kids, the neighborhood kids, to play in their local woods. So, there you go. How many of you ever had a Mary Kay facial with Mom? How many of you ever tried the healthy chocolate? Yeah, and Dr. Matheson, we were, trying to keep Helen really healthy, and she brought some noni juice over for Helen. Well, later on, Dr. Matheson brought my mom a bottle of grape juice. So that was pretty funny. Anyway, those are health and energy chocolate. And where's Zuri? Zuri, I think that's probably why we have such an entrepreneurial spirit. And she get a new idea. Let's call Zuri. Randy, tell Zuri about this idea. So that was pretty exciting. Mom said one of her goals was to be able to earn enough money to sponsor 5 children, one for each of her own 5 kids. So Mom posted her pictures of her 5 World Vision children on her fridge, and that was part of her motivation. Mom's faith, as you can tell from today, it guided everything that she did. Mom said she always knew about God, but then Doreen, thanks for taking Mom to Sunday school. I mean, I love that song, Thank You for Giving to the Lord. Doreen, you made an impact in our life, and I know Mom is thrilled to know that Doreen will be with her in heaven. And the story, Mom shared this earlier, but she said, she shared with people one night at a youth group when the youth pastor said, some of you here today might be 99% sure that you know Jesus. And Mom said, I was. And then she said, some of you might be 99.5% sure that you know Jesus. And Mom said, I was. I knew that. But then the pastor said, but Jesus wants you to be 100% sure that when you die today, that you would be in heaven with the Lord. And Mom wasn't 100% sure, and that was the night that she prayed to be 100% sure that she knew Jesus. And she probably shared that story with many of you, that we can be 100% sure, that God doesn't want us to go through life hoping or wishing that we've been good enough. I just love that. She wanted people to be 100% sure. These past 4 months have been quite a journey. When Mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in September, all 5 of us siblings came together to be with Mom. And it was the first time that we'd been together as adults for a whole week without our kids. I don't think that doctor at Brant Hospital had ever seen 5 adult children come into that office. Like, how are we going to fight this with Mom together? It was quite something. These past few months have been a journey, a precious journey. Our walks to the mailbox, our Gerlach Gardens, loving our visits with so many of you. Thank you for the amazing gourmet meals and snacks and cakes. Gay Gretton's Thai food, Char's Indian food, Lisa Ciancino's Italian meal, gourmet meal. Trish and Gary, you're here today. Thank you for coming all the way from London to bring our alkaline water and beautiful blankets. Jocelyn's delicious meals delivered to 2 homes, in fact. Catherine's and Helen's soups from Whole Foods, and so many more. And Tim's mom brought beautiful meals and flowers. It was so precious. Actually, Carolyn kind of said, Judy, you haven't had to cook for 3 months. So it was like, my husband probably starved at home, but sorry, thanks for letting me be with Mom. And actually, Ned, that was a gift. Thank you for letting me be with my mom. But you guys, I think the day that hit me the hardest, we went to TLC at Chartwell. Some of you were there. The day my mother walked into the women's group at Chartwell with a walker. And that's when it hit me, and Moira looked up, and we all looked at each other, and everybody started crying. The reality that maybe, Mom might not get better. To see Margaret Johnston with a walker, she was way too proud. She didn't even want to use that handicap sticker. She wanted to walk there with, but we just all started crying that day. We realized that Mom might not get better, but did any of you ever hear Mom complain? She always said, there's so many people out there suffering more than I am. Mom was so grateful for each of you, every act of kindness to her. It was strange for Mom to be on the receiving end. She was always the one giving. We never thought of Mom as old. She would go help the old people at the nursing home. Even when we were kids, she would bundle us all up and take us to the nursing home to sing, at the nursing home and rub cream into their hands. And kids, she would love us to keep doing that. And I know Lexi loved going to the seniors' homes as even as an adult, would go help them. But we'd go to Walmart and buy her a CD player and take her hymns to tea. And anyway, I just love that. Mom would drop everything to pray for someone. Growing up, I'd walk past Mom's bedroom, and her door would be open, and I see her on her knees beside her bed, praying, sometimes crying and praying. These last few months, every night, you guys, she prayed for you all by name, each of our grandkids. Down in Alabama, her grandkids. Lexi, Kyan, out west, she prayed for each of you, Sammy, Zuri. On the phone, when the day we had a Mary Kay line and a landline, she'd get Grandma Annie on this line and Grand Loughran on this line, and then she'd talk to both of them and pray for them both at the same time. And then sometimes she'd get a crank call, and the guy would be using like bad language on the phone and swearing at her, and Mom would just start saying Bible verses, Bible verses, Bible verses, Bible verses. She'd hear silence, and then click. She would just use those Bible verses. I loved going to her prayer meetings at Mary Farrow's house. And yesterday at the funeral home, Mary was so excited. Lisa, did you see her face? She was so excited to meet you. She said, I get to meet you. I've prayed for you all these years.
You're taking all my stories.
Oh, well, let's do
Every story she's taken of
we
my
should
stories.
have talked. Okay,
No,
stay
you
here.
should stop
Stay
talking.
here. We'll just stay here. We'll just stay here and finish this.
My turn.
Oh, I have to show you. Lexi and Kyan, thrilling that she got to see baby Percy. This is my grandson, everybody, and my new name, Grandma Margaret. I'm now Grandma Judy.
Okay, say bye.
I have one more thing.
We're 2 years, we were day apart in 2 years, so.
I just want to say one thing about Pilgrim's Progress. If you come to my house, the first thing my mom would show you was her painting on the wall of Pilgrim's Progress of John Bunyan's wife pleading for her husband. This book is like the second most famous book in history. Please read it in my mom's honor. Randy, just a few weeks ago, we watched the movie Pilgrim's Progress, and it was so powerful, but it was a journey. Pilgrim had a journey, and Mom was on a journey. Mom lived her faith, and we lived our faith, and she was very intentional in passing on her faith and values to the next generation. The last 7 weeks, we had our Salt and Light group, Prayer for Canada, at Mom's house. She loved to sing. She loved to pray for Canada, loved to pray for people. In fact, one thing that she really wanted to do, and it was on her bucket list, and we didn't pull it off, but she wanted to have a testimony night where we would sing and share our testimonies, and maybe we can do that in the next couple of weeks. So if you want to come, let us know. But we'll sing around the piano, and we'll share our testimonies. Just come prepared with a 2-minute testimony, and that was really important to Mom. And she even started, oh yeah, one more thing. This is our only time.
Well, you don't need it all.
Okay, just one thing. How many of you would say, she would show up at these events in Ottawa. Hello, my name's Margaret Johnston, and I'm president of Concerned Grandmas of Canada. Well, I should have got her a business card. She just went around, I'm president of Concerned Grandmas for Canada. So I said, Mom, let's get a Facebook page. So it's now Concerned Grandparents of Canada. So if you are here today, please join Concerned Grandparents of Canada.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, goodbye.
So, okay. Then this.
Okay. Sisters,
There were never such devoted sisters. Many people try to split us up, but no one can. Lord, help the sister who comes between me and my sister.
Get out of here.
And Lord, help the sister who comes between me and my man.
Okay, my turn. Just so you know, this is supposed to be 4 minutes each per sibling. Mine's 3.5. I have to say, every story was taken. But Jesus said, I have come that you might have life and have it abundantly. The verse just came to me this morning. And my life has been abundant. My mother's life, totally abundant. My family and our children's children are our blessing and our legacy. That wasn't part of my speech, but it's exactly true. I am Carolyn. I am number 4 of 5. I first want to thank every one of you who have walked, as my friend Shirley said, a sacred journey with us. You have encouraged, you have laughed, and you have cried with us. Oh, and of course you fed us, and if I shouldn't have told you that she was gone, the food might have kept coming. To wrap up how incredible my mom is in a few minutes is impossible. Mom signed us up in everything that a family of 7 with 1 car could possibly do. She expanded our experiences, and as an adult, I recognize my life isn't a monetary thing, it's experiences, who I've met, who are important to me. People and experiences are my thing. She signed us in swimming, gymnastics, ballet, and the only thing that got right was Randy and hockey. But one big thing was Mom taught us hospitality, and it's been mentioned before, to look out for people in the church who are new, to welcome them, to make them feel loved. And Norma Jean, you taught me the word that hospitality versus entertainment, so that people could come into the home, exhale, and feel like I can grab a cup of coffee and feel blessed in this home. as a hospice worker who was at the home just before Mom passed away. She came to check out the situation, and she just literally sat for over an hour with this revolving door of people, and Mom lying there, and we're singing and praying. She said, I do not want to leave this. A woman who was surrounded by death, she said, this is such a sweet spirit. I mean, that resonates with me. That hospitality extended every Sunday morning. We'd be wrapping potatoes, Mom would be vacuuming. Envision getting 5 kids ready for Sunday school in the morning and still having to look decent, never knowing who was coming to the home for dinner. Dad would bring home a roast. Thankfully, she did not have to do grocery shopping. We just called the night before to Dad, can you bring this home? This handsome grocer from the Streetsville IGA, the first grocery gateway, would arrive with a banana box of groceries, and our job was to put it back in the cupboard. But we never knew. And I know that sitting here, many of you have eaten at Mom's table. Mom wanted the best for each of her children or spouses, and I think she would have thought herself as the #1 fan of the Tim Sesnick fan club. Every morning she would wake up and run, as she'd lie in bed, she would run through the names of all her grandchildren, children, and present them before the Almighty. And then, as mentioned before, she would pray for many of you who are here, especially those who made it to the refrigerator door. As a child, I would catch her, like my siblings, kneeling by her bed praying. And it was on one such moment that I knelt at age 4, and I invited Jesus into my heart and to forgive me. What a powerful legacy for a little girl to grow into a wife and mother and pass it to my next generation. But what was powerful for me was something that I've carried in my wallet for 30 years. It was just something my mother would write out. She'd put notes of encouragement. And this is brief, but it was powerful, and I hope I can get through this. It was from an excerpt from a book called Christians in Completed Armor. It was written in the mid-1600s. It said, in this note, which is in my wallet, says, to my daughter, Carolyn Joy Johnston, 1990. In a word, God and the saints already with the word, in a word, God and the saints already with the Lord are spectators, watching how you conduct yourself as children of the Most High. This crowd of witnesses shouts joyfully from the celestial sidelines,